parents and carers, how you doing? Merry Christmas. Yes, it's that time of the year already. How many of us have already put up our trees? Yeah, well, I'm on strike this year, so no Christmas tree in our house. I know my daughter's a little bit sad, but my friend sent me a picture of her Christmas tree. How gorgeous is that, hey? So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take her picture and I'm gonna blow it up, stick it up my window so that it looks like we have a Christmas tree in our house. But that's as far as I think I'm gonna go this year. She put up her tree like mid-November. Who does that? Anyway, thank you so much for watching this channel. While you are here, why don't you just press the subscribe button to subscribe to this channel where we're sharing information on parenting so that we can succeed in this role. And when you're done, just press share so that you can share this video with another person, and also leave me a comment and press like. I look forward to reading comments at the end. Thank you so much. This week I have a question. So, raising successful kids, what does that mean for you? Well, for me, I have to say that the definition has certainly changed over the years. I remember when I was pregnant for the very first time, and I was in my second year of university, and I recall being in the theatre room, the studio, whatever they call it. I remember being there and all I could think about was this baby that was on the inside of me. And I remember thinking about how I was gonna make sure that this child had the best life ever and had everything that they needed. But what did that mean? Well, being a young mum back then, I have to say I was a little bit materialistic. You can see I love to shop. The bag is too big. But yes, so being, the best mom for me back then, it just basically meant that I was able to provide for my child everything they needed and then some. So if I felt that, my child needs to have this, should have this, I found the means to get it, and I didn't care about the cost. I recall back then I actually worked in Selfridges, the retail store, and staff were allowed to have up to 36% discount back then. Don't know if it's still the case. And that was either on sale items or full price items. So when I got paid, guess where my money went? Yep, you got it. Back to the store, to the people who paid me. I recall I would spend my lunchtime going upstairs to the children's department to reserve items that I would then later on go and buy for my child. I got him designer outfits, designer blankets. I got him designer milk bottle, Christian Dior milk bottle. Yep. I bought him designer shoes. In fact, let me show you a pair that I got him, which he was supposed to wear on his first birthday, that I've still kept after 15 years. So I got him these. Look at that. Timberlands. I got him these for his first birthday, but he actually didn't wear this, and I only discovered that because I was trying to find a picture of him wearing this particular one and I couldn't, but instead I found a picture of him wearing the other one. Don't know if you can see that, him wearing the other pair. So he had two of these Timberland shoes. Yep. I did come close to giving these ones away to one of my nephews on their birthday, but yeah, I just couldn't depart from them. They're just too cute. I'm saving them for the grandkids. So as I said, don't judge me. I was a little bit materialistic back then, and so whatever I felt my child would need, I made sure that they had it. So when you think about, raising successful kids, is this what it looks like or what it sounds like for you? Making sure that your child has everything, even at any cost. when you think about parenting, even today, we have to admit that there is still that little bit of pressure to make sure that our child has the latest things or the best of everything. It's like this unspoken competition that we have going on in the parenting world. Who's going to get the latest for their child? Children as young as 9 years old are walking around with the latest phone. I didn't get a phone till I was like 17, which my kids say, yeah, mom, that was your time. You know, so much of our decision now is centered around our kids. Like, you want to buy a house. Where should we buy a house? Oh, we got to make sure it's next to the best school. We spend so much money on making sure that they are taking part on all these different activities, you know, music, drama club, swimming, tennis. I've done all of that. But we spend so much money on things to make sure that our children are, you know, getting the best of life, which, by the way, I'm not saying it's bad, it's good. I encourage it because it's part of development. But when you think about raising successful kids, what would you say is the most important lesson that we need to be making sure that we're teaching them as they grow up? I'll give you a clue. It's found in the Bible, in the book of Matthew chapter 16. It's a story that Jesus uses to teach his disciple what matters most in life. And he says to them, you know, what does it profit a man to end up gaining the whole world if in the end of it he loses his soul, which is more important than anything? So Jesus is asking them to think about what does it matter if in the world you do everything to make sure you have all the success, but at the end of it you are going to lose what matters the most. Sometimes in the midst of trying to raise amazing successful children, which I encourage, you know, in the midst of trying to raise kids who are going to grow up to become the next Bill Gates or the next prime minister, we can forget to teach them the most important lesson in life, which is what happens to their soul. Which is why spirituality is so important and needs to be practiced more often than the practice of making sure that our children are attending football practice. We spend, you know, so much of our time making sure that our kids are on time for football. They are on time for swimming. You know, they don't miss ballet lessons and they don't miss drama club. We spend a lot of time and energy in making sure that our children don't miss these things, which, as I said, are all equally important. But how much time do we spend in making sure that we are teaching our children the importance of spirituality? You know, teaching them about, you know, what happens to them, you know, after this life, talking to them, or just even allowing them to just watch things that gets them to talk about spirituality. How often do we do this? My son spends time sometimes looking at, you know, his old pictures of him when he was a baby, when he was young, and he sees all the things that, you know, that he wore when he was young, those nice designer clothes, those nice designer shoes. But guess what? He doesn't care. In fact, the pictures that he cares more about is the pictures that I took of him when he was being circumcised at 4 months, which I've already told him if he messes up, I'm going to show them to his girlfriend. But, you know, it goes to show that all the things that we do, that we think we have to do for our children, that is not what matters the most, even to them. So I'm just doing this to encourage us to make sure, you know, yes, let's do all of those things that we need to do as parents to make sure that our children are developing, that they're growing, and they're going to be successful. But let's also remember that the most important lesson that we need to be teaching our children is about their spiritual life. What happens to them after all of this is said and done? You know, teaching them about, teaching them about God, teaching them about, the afterlife, just teaching them about who they are, who they are inside, more than all of these material things that we think are very, very important. This Christmas, this year in particular, with everything that has gone on, I just want to encourage us, don't worry yourself about the things you cannot get your child, or the fact that you cannot buy them the same amount of presents that you normally would. Focus on what is more important, which is teaching them about their soul, about their spirit, and what happens to that as they grow. Now, I've done a video previously already talking about spirituality and how we can encourage this in our children. So please watch it so you can get some tips on how you can encourage this practice inside your children. Thank you so much for watching my video. As always, please subscribe to my channel so you can get this reminder that I've uploaded a new video. Share this video with another parent, another friend, and also press like and leave me a comment. Your likes helps my video get recognized, and also your comments encourage me to do more video. So I look forward to reading any comment that you will put today. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic week. I'll see you next time.